I have my apron. I'm looking for waviness to indicate damage. No illegal welds, no cracks, no rust through. My skid plate and my apron, there's no gap. It should be properly greased. The rest of the fifth wheel, I would check that there's no illegal welds, cracks, rust through. And it is secured with the fifth wheel mounting bolt, that big round one, with 2 nuts and bolts and a clevis key and a carter pin. The fifth wheel release handle is in the lock position. It is not bent, cracked, illegally welded. I'm also checking that my bars going to the locking jaws are secured with castle nut carter pins. They're not bent, illegally welded, rusted through. And I would also check my spring, that it is securely mounted, not rusted, bent, or missing. This is a stationary fifth wheel. The pivot arm, it is securely welded to the platform. No illegal welds, it's not bent, rusted through. And the platform that it is secured to, there's no waviness to indicate damage. No illegal welds, no cracks. It is secured to the frame of the truck with nuts and bolts that are not missing or damaged. The grounding wire is in place, securely mounted with nuts and bolts. Then I'm going to my fifth wheel locking jaws. Are around the shank of the kingpin. And you see no gap in between the jaws. And from where I'm sitting, I see no damage. Should be properly greased. The kingpin, you would check before you go under any trailer. It's not missing, damaged, illegally welded, cracked. And you check around where the fifth wheel would set, that there's no illegal welds, no cracks, no waviness to indicate damage. Properly greased. Right here is your skid plate. I see no illegal welds, no cracks, securely mounted. It's properly greased. The fifth wheel locking bolt is secured with 2 nuts and bolts and a carter pin in behind it. This is a stationary fifth wheel. The release handle, I'm checking that it's not missing, broken, or damaged. Right now it's in the open position. No illegal welds. I'm checking my spring to see that there's no illegal welds, there's no cracks, a little bit of rust there, but it's not missing or damaged. It is secured to 2 little brackets here. They are not missing, damaged. The fifth wheel locking jaw levers that open up the locking jaws, they are not bent, broken, cracked, illegally welded, or missing. They are secured with castle nut and carter pin. The pivot arm right here, it is securely welded to the platform. I see no rust through, no illegal welds, it's not bent. And the platform itself, no waviness to indicate damage, no illegal welds, no cracks, no rust through, and is secured to the frame of the truck with nuts and bolts, which are not missing or damaged, slightly rusted. Then we go around to the back side. The fifth wheel locking jaws are securely mounted. They're not missing or damaged, properly greased. If they were in the lock position, you should only see the top of the kingpin and the bottom of the kingpin. You would check for any gaps that are in there.